In this lecture, we are going to discuss a couple of options that can be used to change some of the default characteristics of our date picker. So by default, we see the month and year as text. So we need to click the next or previous links, that is arrows, to go to the next or previous month. So suppose we want the user to enter his date of birth. Obviously, it will not be around 2010s, right? So he will have to click this arrow many times to select his date. So if we display the month and year as drop downs, it will be easy for the user to select the year and month. So there are two options. They are change month and change year. And if you set the value of these options to true, the month and the year will be drop downs instead of text. So let's see that. Let me first make change month to true and see the difference. So let me click inside. See, now the month is displayed as a drop down instead of just text. So suppose I want to select a date from January, I just have to click Jan. It will immediately go to the selected month. Similarly, we can also make change year to true so that the year will become a drop down. Refresh, click, see, now here months are there and here years are there. Now suppose if I click here, you could see that we can select only from 2006 to 2026. Okay. So in case of date of birth, if the person's date of birth is in 1980, here it is not possible, right? So there is another option which can be used to change this year range, and the option's name itself is year range. So year range, and its value is a string like C minus 10 to C plus 10. This is the default value. So suppose we want to display at least 100 years before and say 1 year after, we can change this string like this, that is C minus 100 to C plus 1. So let me refresh now, click the drop down. See, you are able to see from 1916 because we have specified it as minus 100 and the end is 2017 because here we have specified plus 1. So like this you can change the year range. So let me enter these options in a separate file so that we can have a recap at the end. So change year and year range. So now we have discussed three options. Now let me comment this, and by default if you see here, let me refresh, it starts from 1 till the end of that month, right? So as per this calendar, this Sunday will be July 31st. This will be September 1st, September 2nd and September 3rd. So if you want to select September 2nd, you have to go to the next month, right? And click here. Instead, if you want to display the dates from previous and next months in this month itself, there is an option. It is show other months. And if you want to make those dates selectable, you have to use the option select other months. So let me show you show other months and its value should be true. Now what will happen? The dates from the previous and next months will also be displayed in the current month. So let me refresh, click, see. Here 31st of July is displayed and here 1st, 2nd and 3rd of September are also displayed. Now these dates are not selectable, right? They are being displayed but they are not selectable. So there is one more option related with this. It is select other months and its value should be set to true if you want to make it selectable as well. So let me refresh, click, see. I can select 31st, I can select September 2nd from the current month itself. So these are two options that can be used to show dates from previous and next months in the current month itself and also to make those dates selectable. So those options are select other months. Next we are going to discuss the option default date. So let me refresh, click, and it is currently showing 4th, right? And if I enter, that date will be selected and displayed in the text box. So suppose you want to display some other date instead of today, you can use the option default date. And the value of default date can be a string that is valid as a date, a number like +7, -7 like that, or even a date object. So let me specify it as +7, which means today is 4th, so +7 will be 11th, right? So let's see that. Save. Let me remove this. Refresh. Let me click. See, it is 11th is shown as the default date, and if I click enter, it is selected and displayed in the input field. Okay, that will be considered as the selected value if you just hit enter on your keyboard. So that is the default date option. Okay, now we are showing only 1 month at a time as of now, right? That is, when we click inside, we are seeing only 1 month. Suppose we want to see 3 months at a time. What can we do? We can use the option number of months and set its value to 3. Now 3 months will be displayed at a time. Let me click. See, August, September, October. Now they are displayed in a single row, right? Suppose you want to display 4 months at a time, so it will be too lengthy if you display it in a row. So you can set the value of number of months to an array and specify the number of rows and columns. So 2 means 4 months will be displayed, 2 months in each row. So let's see that. Refresh. Click. See, 2. There are 2 rows and 2 columns. Suppose you specify 2 rows and 3 columns. What will happen? There will be 6 months altogether. There will be 2 rows and 3 columns. So let's refresh. See, August, September, October, which means first row, second row, first column, second column, and third column. Suppose you specify 3 by 3, what will happen? There will be 3 rows and 3 columns, as you see here. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and April. So like this, you can decide how many months should be displayed at a particular time. Now, one more option we have to discuss along with this is show current at pause. So first, let me type number of months, and the other one is show current at pause. That is, at what position the current month should be displayed. If you see here, it is displayed as the first month, right? Suppose you want to display August as the second month. That is, here it should be July and here August. So what should we do? We can use the option show current at pause, and you need to set the value as 1 because it starts from 0 like index. So let's see that. Refresh. Click. See, here it is July, and we are seeing the current month in the second position because we have set the value as 1 and the value starts from 0. Suppose I specify the value of show current at pause as 0, 1, 2, 3. Here it will be displayed, which means here it will be August, July, June, and May. So it will start from May. Let's see that. Let me change the value to 3. Save. Refresh. Click. See, it starts from May and August is displayed at this position because this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we can change the position where the current month should be displayed in case there are multiple months displayed at a time using show current at pause option. Now let's see another option. It is step months. Okay. Now if we see refresh, click. When we click the previous or next arrows, it is jumping 1 month, right? When we click previous, August, July, June, like that. Suppose we want to move 2 months each time. We can use the option step months. And let me set its value to 2. It is step months. Okay. Let's see the difference. Let me refresh. Let me click. Now it is August. So if I click now, it will move not to September but to October. See? October. Again previous arrow, August, next will be June, next will be April, like that. 2 months will be moved each time. So this is step months. So in this lecture we have seen 9 different options that can be used to change the default characteristics of the date picker. They are change month, change year, year range, show other months, select other months, default date, number of months, show current at pause, and step months. Change month is used to display the month as a drop down, and similarly change year is used to display the year as a drop down. Year range is used to change the number of years to be displayed in the year drop down. Show other months is used to show the dates from other months, and select other months is used to make those dates selectable. Default date is used to set the default date that will be considered as the date selected, and number of months is used to set the number of months to be displayed at a particular time. You can set its value as a number or as an array with the number of rows and columns. Show current at pause option is used to set the position of the current month if there are more than one month at a time. Step months is used to decide how many months should be moved when we click the previous or next months. So these are the different options discussed in this lecture.